Her name was Emily Carter. Emily grew up in a house where people loved each other, but no one really understood her. It wasn't a broken home. There was no chaos, just a quiet kind of limitation. The kind where dreams are politely discouraged and ambition is treated like a phase that will pass. From a young age, Emily felt different. While others were comfortable with routine, she constantly felt restless. She wanted more, not more things, but more meaning. She asked questions people around her didn't know how to answer. About purpose. About building something that mattered. About becoming someone she could respect. Whenever she spoke about her plans, the response was almost always the same. You're thinking too far ahead. Life doesn't work like that. You should just focus on something safe. At first, she tried to explain herself. She spoke carefully, hoping if she used the right words, people would understand. But every conversation ended with her feeling smaller than when it began. Not because people were cruel, but because they couldn't see beyond their own fears. Eventually, Emily stopped talking. She learned to keep her goals to herself. She learned to nod and smile while carrying a completely different vision inside her. What hurt the most wasn't criticism, it was the absence of belief. No one checking in. No one asking how she was doing. No one offering guidance. When she struggled alone. Her days became long and exhausting. She worked during the day, and at night she studied. Sometimes she studied so late that she fell asleep with her notes still open beside her. Her phone stayed silent. No encouraging messages. No reminders that she was doing well. There were moments she questioned everything. She would sit on her bed late at night, staring at the wall, wondering if she was being unrealistic. Wondering if everyone else was right. Wondering if wanting more was a mistake. But every time she considered quitting, something inside her resisted. It wasn't pride. It wasn't stubbornness. It was a quiet conviction she couldn't explain. A belief that giving up would cost her more than failure ever could. Her faith became private. She didn't talk about it. She didn't post about it. It lived in whispered prayers when she felt overwhelmed. In moments when she asked for strength to keep going one more day. Not for success, just endurance. Discipline became her anchor. On days when she felt inspired, she worked. On days when she felt empty, she worked anyway. She didn't wait for motivation. She created structure. Small routines. Simple goals. Daily commitments that didn't depend on how she felt. Progress was slow. Painfully slow. There were months when nothing seemed to change. No recognition. No breakthroughs. Just repetition. Just effort. Just silence. Meanwhile, she watched others move forward with support she didn't have. People with guidance. With connections. With encouragement. She felt happy for them, but it also reminded her of what she lacked. There were nights she cried quietly, not wanting anyone to hear. Not because she was weak, but because holding everything inside had weight. She carried doubt, responsibility, and hope all at once. Failure felt personal, because there was no one to catch her if she fell. Over time, something shifted. Not externally, internally. Emily stopped needing validation. She stopped waiting for reassurance. She became her own witness. She learned to trust the work she was putting in, even when no one acknowledged it. Her confidence didn't come from praise. It came from consistency. Opportunities began to appear in subtle ways. A chance conversation. A door opening slightly. A moment where preparation met timing. Nothing dramatic. Nothing sudden. But it was real. People who once questioned her started noticing the change. They asked what she was doing differently. Some even said they had always believed in her. She didn't correct them. By then, she understood something important. Not everyone who doubts you is against you, but not everyone deserves access to your journey. Emily didn't become loud. She didn't become bitter. She became steady. She learned how to stand alone without feeling lonely. How to move forward without applause. How to trust faith and discipline more than opinions. Today, her life looks different, but not perfect. She still works hard. She still faces challenges. The difference is that she no longer questions her worth during difficult seasons. She knows what it took to get here. She knows what it means to build something without support, to believe when belief feels unreasonable, to stay disciplined when motivation disappears. And when someone asks her how she did it, she doesn't offer a speech. She simply says she kept going when it would have been easier to stop. Because sometimes the strongest foundations are built in silence, by people no one was watching. If this story touched you, please subscribe for more inspiring videos. Don't forget to subscribe for more emotional and motivational stories. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss the next story.